Hey, what's up, guys? It's Apollo Uchiha here, back with a new movie, and the name of this movie is What If Naruto Had a Death Note. It is recommended by one of you guys. The name of that guy is Loki Power. Shout out to you, my guy, for suggesting this story. And I have already uploaded the next part of What If Naruto Was Raised by the Sun. And if you haven't checked that out, please check that out as well. And if you haven't, please leave a like and subscribe to my channel. And yeah, guys, it's going to be a short story and unscripted because I don't think I can make up a nice story, but tell me what your comments are on this one. I tried my best on this. So yeah, without further ado, let's begin our story. Our story begins as we see a 16-year-old Naruto sitting in a dark room, a single chain on his ankle with a kanji that said chakra drain and seal on it. As Naruto had a book. The book had blank pages and its cover was black and some characters written on it in golden text. The text read as the Death Note. Naruto was scribbling on its pages, filling one page after another. As then it came to an end. Finally, now I will extract my revenge, and they all will face my wrath, one way or another. I will always be at top, Konoha. You will suffer now, just like you have made me. Naruto laughed maniacally. That scared the guards outside his cell, and his laughter could be heard outside of the Hozoki castle. Now how did this happen, and how did it came to this? We have to go to a flashback. Flashback, 8 years ago. Naruto was 8 years of age when he was brutally attacked by an mob of civilians, Jonins and Chunins and Genins. Naruto was beaten to a bloody pulp, and at the last minute, Sarutobi and his envoy arrived just like his usual schedule. But at that day, something inside Naruto broke. He was cold. The love and affection for the sad village, the determination, nothing was there anymore. His eyes were void of life at all. That scared Sarutobi after the boy's behavior didn't change. So after consulting this with his also favorable counsel, he let Inoichi evaluate Naruto. After his evaluation was done, Inoichi stated that Naruto was neutral regarding to them. And when asked why is that, his answer was because his mind is at a state where he doesn't trust anyone, nor does he hate anyone or love anyone. Not you, and unfortunately not you even now, Hokage-sama. Not your Anbu, not any of us. Sarutobi became sad at this revelation, but the civilians started to pester him. We might get rid of him now because he isn't loyal to you even now, Hokage-sama. He is gaining his power, day in and day out. Anbu, execute this bitch, Sarutobi said with venom in his voice, and the said civilian council member was executed brutally. It is all because of you assholes that this came to this. You have turned that boy on us. We don't know what hell might break loose if it turns on us. If the seal is broken, which it cannot, you damn idiots. If it dies, the seal will be broken then. Then what? Then the Kyuubi will come back and kill all of you. And fear me, there is no one other than him that can be container. You wanna know why? Because only Uzumakis can bear this burden. For generations, Nito Uzumaki was the first Jinchuriki, Kushina Uzumaki was the second, and Naruto Uzumaki was the third. What they mean was, Lord Hokage, Inoichi, why haven't you explained the last part of the report? Well, the jail is broken. I went to his mindscape and I saw that the jail is broken. Somehow, one side of the jail is broken and the red chakra is seeping out. It tried to grab me, and it had grabbed Naruto, and is trying to manipulate him, but he is resisting, saying only word, no, I won't, I'm not as lowly as them, I won't, I have a promise to protect him, I have to protect them, I made a promise to Gigi, I will not hurt them, even if I don't love them anymore. Those were his words that echoed through his mind. That's when I got enough and made my retreat, Inichi said. as everyone was now tense. You see, damn idiots, this head boy is trying to protect them because of my promise. But hell might break loose if I haven't made that promise. Is there any way to seal that off? I don't know, Okage-sama. We have to wait and watch. And hopefully provide Naruto a better living environment. I see. And after that day, Naruto was next day moved to his own apartment. Sarutobi visited him monthly and tried to talk the boy out of his sulking behavior, but that didn't work out. Naruto watched everyone with calculative eyes. And so the time went by, and the invasion happened as well. And Sarutobi died. He was still placed in the same team, and he still defeated Kara, which was given to all credit to Sasuke, and his ego was boosted, like always. Naruto was getting madder each and every day, like a ticking time bomb. And the final lane that was hitting the coffin was that Tsunade also hated and blamed Naruto because she thought that it was because of him that her surrogate daughter, Kushina Uzumaki, died. And Jiraiya didn't blame her because he somewhat resented Naruto for killing his student, but he didn't resent him for long because he knew that the boy was innocent as well. But he feared the boy because of the reports that he got from Sarutobi that feared him. And when they were sent on the retrieval mission, Sasuke was brought back beaten, and Naruto lost his hand that day, as he was also beaten and punched again that day by Tsunade, by Kakashi as well, because he was mad at Naruto, nor did see his wounds. Only Jiraiya was outside the village that day, because he wasn't there. He was on a mission in Amegakure, searching out for Akatsuki. And what was their purpose? As Tsunade sent on Naruto by putting a seal on him from one of their other sealers, and forever forbidding him for using chakra anymore, and took everything away from him and sent him to the Hozuki castle forever. When she did that, she felt pride that she had avenged her daughter murderer. And everyone cheered. His so-called friends that he thought also turned back on him. Telemichi and Ayame were crying, and they too shut down their stall that day and left the village, forever forbidden to step foot on it. And as for Tsunade, she was happy with herself, and so was Council. Kakashi was somewhat mad at Naruto, but he didn't knew the things would turn out like this. He was not regretting what he did. Some of his friends were as well, but it was too late. They knew that Naruto would never forgive them. Naruto will never forgive them. And when Jiraiya returned, all hell broke loose. When Jiraiya informed them that what was Akatsuki's plan were, and how that Minato and Kushina were alive out there, and Naruto isn't even the real Jinchuriki. He only held a small amount of chakra and a part of soul. The real soul and the chakra are sealed inside Kushina and their daughter Naruko, which he found out as well where they were living. When Tsunade found this out, she was downright terrified and horrified at what she had done, and was now starting to regret everything and questioning her choices in life. Did she just punish an innocent boy who didn't even do a damn thing to her for a murder that he even didn't commit? Now she was regretful, but it was too late. Jiraiya tried to enter Hozuki Castle to free Naruto, but it was too late as well, because Naruto stated that I don't want to go back to that accursed village. I'd rather die here, alone. Thank you, Jiraiya. Oji-san, I will forever be in your debt. And when Jiraiya broke the news that his parents were alive and with their sister, Naruto said that he should just leave now. He didn't want to talk. Naruto was crying at that day. He cried. For the first time in 8 years, he cried like hell. He was crying. He was angry. He was feeling betrayal, sorrow, anger at the same time. He didn't know why his parents abandoned him. Did they think of him as a fox as well? Why? Then the little bit of chakra that he was left, that of the QB was left inside of him, broke the seal in anger. The chakra flared, but it didn't matter, as Naruto was sitting there. Then a voice spoke. What will you do if you were to put your justice on them? Will you get your revenge? Do you want me to help you get your revenge? Who are you? I have many names. Shinigami, that god. But you may call me as Rook. Two blazing golden eyes said to him. Who are you? Naruto said. Are you deaf, child? I said I am Rook. Yes, I know your name, but who really are you? I am a Shinigami, and I am here to make an offer to you, Naruto. Uzumaki Namikaze. What? Yes, your father is Minato Namikaze, the fourth Hokage, the hero of the village hidden in the leaves, the one who defeated the Kyuubi and sealed inside his own son, who he thought would be seen as a hero while he, his wife, and daughter were away, training the real Jinchuriki. What? You see, Naruto, you were never the Jinchuriki of the damn-tailed demon fox. You only consisted is part of a soul and some of its chakra that was sealed inside of it so that you could look like a legitimate Jinchuriki. That is why there was a seal and cage there. That is why there was only a chakra and voice. There was no Kyuubi's manifestation there, wasn't it? Yeah, there wasn't, Naruto said, somewhat shocked as his eyes were widened. And then his eyes turned narrow. Why? Why me? Why does the god hate me so much? Why? Well, you see, Naruto, God doesn't hate you, nor does the Shinigami, but they hate what Konoha did to you, as well as your parents. That is why they sent me towards you and gave you a chance, an offer, whatever you might think. Here, take this, he said, throwing a pen and a notebook towards Naruto. This is a notebook that only you can see and touch. The name of this book is Death Note. Those whose names are written down on it will be dead, and you can also describe their deaths of how they will die. Isn't it fun extracting your revenge? Why? Why is Kami and Shinigami helping me with this? You wanna know why? Because you are to be the said child of prophecy, but your damn parents believed that it was your sister. That is why they left you, because they would train her, and when they thought that she was strong enough, they will return, which will be when you are 16 years of age. You have a lot of time ahead of you, Naruto, so start extracting your revenge. Or should I take that book back? Naruto didn't say anything. As Rook tried to take the book back, Naruto said, No, leave it. I'll take the offer. I'll extract my revenge. And what will you get in return? Simple, Naruto. The souls of those that you write down the name on that book. I will take those souls and leave. Just like that? Yes. And once your revenge is fulfilled, the book will vanish. Just like it appeared to you. I see. Thank you, Kami-sama, Shinigami-sama. Thanks, Rook. No need to be so friendly with me. It's only business, kid. And I, as a demon myself from Shinigami's realm, is downright disgusted of what Konoha did to their one of own kins. And downright disgusted at Kushina and Minato. The Uzumaki and Namikaze's ancestors are disgusted and both loathe them to damn hell. I am giving you a chance. Don't disappoint me. And so have and word the words of Shinigami and Kami-sama herself. Ciao, Naruto. Let's see what you will accomplish in 5 years. And that is your time limit to extract your revenge. I see, Naruto said. And that was the end of the flashback. Now we see Naruto as that note vanished in front of him. Naruto was finished writing down names of everyone he wanted to be dead, and as that note vanished, his revenge will begin, as he thought it will be. And on cue, a guard came. It was already the next morning. Prisoner Uzumaki, Naruto. Yeah, whatever. There is 3 people here to see you. I see. Where are they from? Konoha. Oh, I guess they are already here, just like Rogue said. Fine, I'll be there. Half an hour later, in the interrogation room, as we saw an older version of Kushina and Minato, as well as a teenage girl similar to Naruto's age. Her name was Naruko. She was looking at her brother with wide eyes, as was her parents. As Naruto sat down in front of Naruto, Kushina said in her sobs, "What have they done to you?" "Just what you have expected. Treated a demon just as it was. We never wanted this to happen to you." "Oh, and mind telling me why?" "Well, you see, your sister here is a child of prophecy. She isn't." "What? How can you be so sure?" "I asked the Shinigami herself. She isn't. And you might run back to Konoha, because my revenge has begun, and so has Kami's and Shinigamis. And this test will fall upon you, Konoha, villagers, and shinobis, and as on you as well, you nuisance and disgusting, pathetic creatures, and vile beings who not only broke the rules of Uzumaki clan." Kushina flinched, but Namikaze as well. "You both knew of the clan rules, but you did abandon your own kin." And Naruto then stood up, as he started to do a handsail, as Kushina and Minato's eyes went, "No, Naruto, you can't." "As by the power given to me by my forefathers of Namikaze clan and Uzumaki clan, I brand you with the title of kin deserters." As both on their foreheads was written kin deserter, in kanji of their own skin, molded into it. As Narumi's eyes widened and then narrated to brother, "Why did you do that, brother? I am not your brother. And these are not my parents. They are kin deserter. They broke the sacred rules of Namikaze and Uzumaki clan. Didn't you, Minato?" "Kushina, we thought that it will be best for the whole world. Naruto, you have to understand. I cannot take the curse back. It was brought upon you by yourselves. And I was visited by my ancestor in sleep and given this power if you want to ask why. Leave now, because doom shall fall upon you and those who hurt the elemental nation's peace. But there will be no Konoha, believe it." Naruto gave out a psychopathic laugh that sent shiver down their spines and left. "I'm done here, guard. Take me back to my prison. I am done seeing this trash. Don't bother me to bring here if this trash appears again." With that said, Naruto left, as Kushina and Minato were sobbing of the mistake they committed. As Minato then spoke, "There is no other way. Ancestors are said to visit the one who is abandoned." "We did abandon him, Kushina, in their eyes. What have we done?" But what about the elemental nations? The Toad's prophecy about our daughter. Naruto said she wasn't. We have to contact the elder Sage Toad and confirm this. As the trio left to the Mount Miyaboku alongside Jiraiya, Jiraiya was not pleased with them and wanted to do nothing with them. "What do you want me to come along with you, Minato? I don't get it. But since we're here, might as well go what you have to say about the prophecy." As Fukasaku Shima and the 4 of them went to the Elder Toad Sage. "Elder Toad Sage," Fukasaku began, "the child of prophecy is here to meet you." Step him forward." As now the both of them flinched. "Him? Not her?" Fukasaku began, "It's a her." As the Elder Toad Sage's eyes opened and looked at her. "Pathetic, it's not her. It's a him. What was your other child's name?" "It was Naruto, I guess." "Don't worry, I have seen a vision. He has already protected the elemental nations. The 3 elemental nations. 3 of the biggest of them. Sorry, four of them. What do you mean, four? Lord Sage? What happened to the fifth one? You mean Konoha? No, I mean the fifth one. Yes, Konoha. What? What happened to it? Minato asked, terrified. It will be perished in the upcoming war against those who are to defy the will of the gods and revive one thread that is sealed by none other than the Rokuta Sanin. I see. So it was Naruto, the child of prophecy. Well, that settles it. I'm leaving Konoha now. Because I am not its loyal sage anymore. You can take this back to Konoha to that bitch, Minato. And I'm not your sensei. I'm not anything to you. Fukusaka, Shima, I'm leaving. Don't go, Jiraiya boy. You are our oldest summoner. But you are allied to Konoha, Ma, and Pa. And I believe that you will be their allies. As the elder toad spoke before they could. No, Jiraiya. We are allied to you, and not to them. They are the ones who caused their own destruction, and to those who threat the peace of elemental nations. You are loyal to us, and so are we to you, not to Konoha. Right, Fukusaka, Shima? Yes, Elder Toad Sage. The Toad Sage has spoken, Fukusaka began. We will not be allied to Konoha anymore, and Minato and his daughter Naruko are to be removed as our summoners. Sorry, Minato boy, Naruko-chan, but you are our summoners anymore, and you have to leave now. We will follow Jiraiya wherever he goes. Thanks, Ma, Pa. As for your training with the Toad Sage mode, you have to learn that completely now, Jiraiya boy. Oh, come on! No more buts, mister. Time to learn. As Jiraiya grinned, right. As both parents and their daughter left to Konoha and informed Tsunade what happened and occurred at the Toad Sage mountain. Oh my god, what have we done? We have to call him back. No, let the demon rot in there. Can't you see? He's not the demon. Never had the cube inside of him, Minato said. But we know he has the cube inside of him. We seen him use the chakra, said the civilian council member, and he will rot and died there for the Before he could speak, his head exploded and the blood and brains spluttered everywhere. Oh no, the curse has begun. Minato spoke, as then another council member's head popped out, and several of them brought out kunas that they held in terms of protection and stabbed their necks. What is going on here? Tsunade asked. It's Naruto's curse, and Kami the Shinigami bestowed him with power. Is going to make us regret our choices. That is the doom of Konoha, and it started. As Tsunade and the trio family looked in front of their eyes, they saw each and every one of the villagers, children, older people, younger generations, each and every one of them stabbing, killing each other, and chewing on their fleshes. It was gruesome, burning each other, threatening, torturing, as was the Jonins, Ganins, Academy students. Every and each one of them died that day. And after 2 and 3 hours, the whole village was burning, as well as each and every council member was dead, except for Tsunade, Minato, Kushina, and her daughter. As the four of them are crying, I'm going to kill him for this, Naruko said, as before she could take another step, her body exploded, blood splattering on both of her parents. Naruko, both of their parents said in sobs. What have we done? Is there any way to reverse it? As then Minato was split in 8 pieces, as some invisible sword cut him in 8, as he then caught on fire and died. Minato! Both of them screamed. Please forgive us, Naruto. We were wrong. Please stop this, Kushina said, but before she could do anything, in front of her, Tsunade's neck snapped open and started to rotate in unruly manner, completely rotating. Tsunade's only body was dangling, but after a moment of time, her body was separated from her neck and fell to the ground as her head was still spinning. After it stopped and looked towards Kushina as the said head exploded, as Kushina was there alone, terrified and screaming. as she started to bleed from her eyes, her nose, her ears, her mouth, her fingernails. She was screaming and died of blood loss. Everyone had died. Danzo was dead, and worst of all, his Sharingan started to poison him, turning into piranhas and ate him. As so the Root and Anbu died. Kakashi Hatake, his eye exploded with his brain as well, killing him instantly. As for Sasuke Uchiha, he was turned into a girl and raped by 800 villagers before she died of the rape case. As for Sakura, she was splitted by her both parents, who were under control of some genjutsu, before her body was splitted into half, and both of their parents killed each other. Gruesome. The only survivor were Tanoichi, Ayame, Asuma, and Konohamaru. Mogi and Udon, they were the lone survivors. And they were outside of the village at the time. Naruto didn't want any of them to be killed because they were the only ones who were there for him, visited him regularly in the prison as well. Naruto had already told them what was going down, and they were outside the village that day. Ayame and Tenoichi had left after Naruto was banished. And as for the Akatsuki, they were fearing the worst fate. They have started to fight each other and killed each and every one in gruesome way possible. And Akatsuki was dealt off. In a moon sealed off was none other than Kaguya Suzuki. As she felt something, an invisible sword stabbed her from behind. Her heart was pulled out of her body as she started to vomit globes of blood. What is going on? You have defied the fate of Goddess and made yourself known as Rapid Goddess. For that insult towards our goddesses, you will pay, Kaguya Suzuki, and so will your clan. As all of the Otsutsuki clans feared the same fate, their hearts ripped out of their chest by their own hands, as all of them died without leaving any karma. Naruto was in his prison, laughing. He has killed each and every one of his friends, as well as their families, the Hyuga clans, the Uchihas, the Minato Namikaze family, as well as the Senjus. Each and every one of them are dead. As for Konoha as well, now that everyone is dead, I am finally at peace. Naruto thought. After a year, Naruto was released. Before you go, Naruto, I hope I never see you return here. Mui said, I hope so as well, Mui. As Naruto left to wander around the elemental nations, at a faraway village he stopped as he was unpacking his stuff because he has found a nice apartment to live in permanently without rent. He bought it. He was going to start a new life when he saw a book and a pencil in front of his bed after he came out of shower, and he smirked. The book read as the Death Note. As this is where I'm going to be leaving the story off, guys. You can think of it as a short movie, and yeah, guys, I'm going to be making a category for this as well, a playlist where the short movies will be posted, because this was the appropriate story, I think. If you like this, please leave a like and subscribe to my channel, and if you don't, please suggest me some kind of story regarding this in the comments, and I try to mix it up with some of my own ideas and make a proper movie. And this is Apollo Uchiha, and I'm signing out. Peace.